So Gary Oak is known for his arrogance, selfish attitude and high standards about himself, but despite all that, he managed to gain strong Pokemon throughout his travels. Also note, for this top 5, I won't be referring Gary Oak to Blue. In the Pokemon anime, Gary is known as Ash Ketchum's rival, always thinking that he's better than him, he's one step ahead, and he's really not scared on showing his strength through his cockiness. Over his adventure through the Kanto and Johto region, he has acquired some real strong Pokemon, and in today's countdown, we're going to go through his top 5 Pokemon that he owns. Now, this list will be based off of what we've seen him use throughout the Pokemon anime. Throughout the anime, Gary Oak didn't really make too many appearances for battling. He had some, but not really enough to get an idea of who his strongest Pokemon is. So off this list, I had to base off what I've seen him use in the Pokemon anime. So if you guys like this video, or any type of these countdowns, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on who you think the top 5 Pokemon Gary Oak owns, and let's go ahead and jump right into this top 5. So Gary Oak managed to get an Eevee throughout his travels. His Eevee took down a Pikachu with a Skull Bash. Ash and the gang already could see that before the battle that he had been training his Eevee well. So some time passed when Gary Oak made it to the Johto region. His Eevee evolved into an Umbreon. Now, which is the first time we've seen it in the Pokemon anime episode Power Play, where it's seen as taking on Alakazam and battling using techniques like Double Team and Hidden Power. Now, Umbreon is on this list for a reason, that being Eevee's bond between him and Gary was great, allowing the friendship to evolve this Eevee into an Umbreon. Now, Umbreon throughout the anime was not seen hit by any other Pokemon move until its final appearance in the episode The Needs of the Three, but it was knocked out by a Toxicroak. It was really cool anime to see this Umbreon really used by Gary Oak. So what I wanted to do was put this on this list at number 5 for the simple fact that this was his Pokemon that he managed to train into, evolve it into an Umbreon, and the Pokemon was not hit by any other move until its last final appearance. So I did decide to put it on this list at number 5. So in episode 269 of the Pokemon anime, Ash and Gary battled it out in the Johto League Conference, and that was an amazing episode. After getting his Arcanine knocked out by Ash's Hyper Beam and Snorlax, he sends his Scizor out. Now, Scizor is an absolute beast of a Pokemon, and Scizor was managed to able to swiftly dodge Snorlax's attacks and managed to take down Ash's Snorlax, and also after that, he manages to take down Ash's Muk as well. Prior to that, Muk was actually injured, but Scizor managed to take it down as well, as we saw that Blastoise really couldn't do the job. So we don't really see too much of Gary's Pokemon, and the thing that really hit me on this list was we don't really have an idea on who is his strongest Pokemon. But we know throughout the Pokemon games that Scizor is an absolute beast of a Pokemon, and judging by the power that he has been able to control this Scizor as well, also taking down 2 Pokemon in a row, it's safe to say that Scizor is definitely one of his strongest Pokemon. So many of the Pokemon that Gary Oak actually owns are rarely seen throughout the anime. Now, I know I've kept on talking about this, so it was so hard to really narrow down a list, but I decided to put Nidoqueen on this list at number 3 just because how she handled Team Rocket and her fight in the Johto Conference League as well. So Nidoqueen was seen in episode 115th of the anime, known as a tent situation. In the episode, Gary uses Nidoqueen to beat Team Rocket and send them flying into the air yet again, and she also seen as well in the Silver Conference League, where she took down Ash's Tauros, but did manage to lose to Snorlax in the end. Now, Nidoqueen is such a good Pokemon. She could be wrong with those special attacks, which are absolutely insane because she has a huge move pool as well. So I know how Nidoqueen can be handled. So Nidoqueen definitely on Gary Oak's team was a really sick Pokemon to pick out. So I really needed to put some stronger Pokemon on this team, and plus Nidoqueen is seen 1 or 2 times throughout the whole anime, so she definitely did deserve to be on this list. So coming down to the final 2 Pokemon on the list, at the number 2 spot we have Arcanine. Now, Arcanine was used a few times throughout the anime and definitely did have its moments. It first appeared when Gary Oak tried to take on Giovanni. His Arcanine won over a Pokemon that had a huge type advantage over it, but it didn't quit out and managed to knock out Giovanni's Kingler. Now, Giovanni revealed that he had a Mewtwo, and Arcanine did lose on 1 move due to Mewtwo's extreme power. But that didn't really stop him. Arcanine came back and made a reappearance when Gary used it to take down Team Rocket when they tried to steal Mr. Shelby's eggs. Now, he also used a powerful Flame Wheel to send Team Rocket flying yet again, and we managed to see him in the one last time in the battle between Ash and Gary, where Snorlax beat him with a Hyper Beam. Now, Arcanine is such a strong Pokemon, and it was once thought to be a legendary Pokemon, so for Gary to be able to control and use its Arcanine to the max potential, it just really shows you how determined Gary Oak's Pokemon are. And I'm pretty sure you saw this one coming, right? Yes, you did. But Blastoise is our number 1 Pokemon on this list, just due to the simple fact that it definitely is his strongest Pokemon. So Gary Oak started off his journey with his little Squirtle and didn't tell Ash who he chose, but proceeded to brag about it, saying it was the best. Now in Gary's full battle with Ash, he sent out his Blastoise to take on a Heracross, where Blastoise used a Hydro Pump to instantly KO Heracross in one single hit. Just shows you how much he's actually trained up his Blastoise to be able to absolutely just destroy Ash's Heracross. Now Blastoise managed to injure Ash's Mux as well with another Hydro Pump, but he proved victorious over the battle with the Bayleaf, even with the disadvantage over the types. So it all came down to the final battle between Gary Oak's Blastoise and Ash Ketchum's Charizard. I remember watching this as a kid, and this battle was so intense, I was jumping out my chair every single second. So deflecting flamethrowers with Rapid Spin and hitting back with Hydro Pump and Skull Bash, it neutralized Charizard's aerial advantage by using Hydro Pump to keep it at bay, giving Charizard no opening at all. The Pokemon battled it out, and at the end it did also manage to put up a serious fight against the Charizard, but Blastoise was knocked out and Ash did win. Now the battle was absolutely incredible, and it proved to me just how much this Blastoise was trained up and how determined Gary Oak was, so it definitely had to make its way onto this list at number 1. Well, that pretty much covers it. It was super hard to really come up with a list due to the fact that Gary Oak's Pokemon, when he actually made an appearance, we didn't really see too much of it. And now he's actually a Pokemon researcher just like his Gramps. So a little fun fact for you there. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this list and you did learn a little bit more about Gary Oak, be sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It's super greatly appreciated. I also upload daily Pokemon content like this, so if you are interested, be sure to check out some more of the videos as well. Hit that subscribe button, as I truly do appreciate it. You won't miss any uploads then at all. So my name has been FeintAttacks, you've been amazing as always, and I will see you all guys back in the next one. Bye!